All right, so we're in a dark room in the basement of Del Posto.
Yeah.
CEO of Uber, Travis. How do you pronounce your last name?
Kalanick.
Kalanick.
Yep.
And you guys, well, you've already launched in New York a while ago, but this is your official launch?
No, we didn't launch in New York. We had secret Ubers roaming around New York. Only a few, and they were hard to catch because the people who did see them got them immediately.
And who was your first customer?
Actually, our first customer was actually AJ Vaynerchuk.
But then after that?
Well, about 3 hours. Okay, so we put secret Ubers on the road. Didn't tell anybody. AJ Vaynerchuk was the first guy to use one, and that was 3 hours after those cars went on the road. 3 hours after that, some flack at TechCrunch, goes by the name of Eric Schoenfeld, decided he'd get an Uber and ruin my life, and write a story about it. But yeah, that's how it happened. That's how it happened.
Yeah, I texted you while I was in the Uber.
Oh, it killed me. I'm like, I was actually at the time I'm trying to remember where I was. I think I might have been here.
Oh, you were in New York.
I think I was here.
Well, you promised me once that you were going to be driving the Uber.
Yeah, but
I was expecting you to be there.
I know, this was supposed to be when we actually launched, then I would drive the Uber for you. I'd go and make sure I had a license and I was insured, and then I'd go.
Are you going to drive me home to Westchester tonight?
Not tonight, but I will.
You promised me.
You will have a ride home to Westchester.
No, I want you to drive me.
No, I understand. This will happen. This will happen.
All right, so how many cars do you have now?
So we have access to 100 cars right now.
In New York City?
In New York City. And what that means is, you can see on this map here, we've probably got 15 or 20 online right now.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see that. All right.
So that's what we call God View. That sees everything that's happening in the operation at one time. But yeah, basically we have a bunch of partners now. That's what differentiates from the secret Ubers to an actual launch.
But is this an actual launch, or is this still not a launch?
No, it's an actual launch.
Okay, so it's official.
We're about to do it. Yeah.
All right.
It's in 5 minutes. It's going to happen.
In 5 minutes. Was anyone?
Maybe not 5 minutes. Maybe an hour.
Was anyone pre-briefed?
There's some folks who have some information.
Yeah. How come you didn't call me?
Well, you already wrote about the launch.
That's true.
It just happened to be a month ago. I wanted to give somebody else a little shot.
Well, I'm happy that you finally are officially launching.
Yeah. Well, but look, to be clear, it's different from having 1 or 2 or 3 cars on to having 100.
So what have you learned in that test? How is New York different than San Francisco?
I mean, the congestion is insane. I mean, we look at a map and we're like, oh yeah, this is going to be a quick pickup time. But if you're going, these are obvious things to New Yorkers, but not to, we had to learn the city. We had to understand how this place works. And even though I've been here dozens of times, when you really concentrate on transportation, you learn something. And man, congestion is a bitch. It's tough.
So how are you doing on estimating arrival times?
So right now we're using the Google Maps API to estimate arrival times, basically ETAs for when they'll pick up. That's not going to cut it in New York. So we're going to have to do our own thing.
You're going to do your own thing. All right. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, Aaron.